Okay, we're going to go for Arsenal at home to Manchester United. This is the Super Sunday fixture in the Premier League this weekend, 4 p.m. on Sunday. Talk about the Gunners. They can't get a run of form going, can they? I mean, they've shown patches. They thought Arsenal are back in business, but they've lost to Swansea and Fulham in their last two. There was a lot of euphoria after they beat Leeds in the Carling Cup, influenced by Thierry Henry. But there's nothing like a win against Manchester United, regardless of what's going on the rest of the season.
Yes, it's a huge game for them, but only because of the 3 points. But also, if you look back at the game earlier in the season, that is one of the biggest results in years.
It seems a lifetime ago now.
It does seem like a lifetime, and since then, given their credit, they've gone on an excellent run, and they're still in contention for a top 4 space. But Arsenal will be so worried at the defensive problems that they had against Swansea. They looked about it sorted. They've got a really good defensive record at home in particular. But there were some real bad mistakes there. Szczesny looked vulnerable, coming for goal, didn't know where to come or go, and Swansea really took advantage of that.
And also, goals haven't been flowing at the Emirates this year. I mean, I think they've scored less than half the amount that Manchester United have at Old Trafford, sort of at the Emirates. So the home goals, you'd expect Arsenal at home to score lots of goals, but that's not quite been the case.
Well, such is the reliance on one man, Robin Van Persie. If he's not firing, Arsenal aren't firing. Now, obviously he scored against Swansea and looked sharp, and perhaps that's why obviously they needed short-term cover in Thierry Henry. And they're so glad to have him back. He does give them a boost, but they need him to step up and get a few goals to support Van Persie. Okay,
Manchester United, they lost 2 in a row recently to Blackburn and Newcastle, but they've responded as you might expect them to. They've won at Manchester City in the FA Cup, then they've beaten Bolton relatively comfortably at home in the Premier League. Paul Scholes has come back in out of retirement. What do you make of that one? Wise move from Fergie?
Well, it's not. It's like with all these short-term loans. I know he's here to the end of the season, but it's a win-win situation, isn't it? Because he started against Bolton and got a goal, so I mean that was pretty handy. But it won't come down to Paul Scholes whether they win the title this season. It's about how they operate the team, how they get games against Arsenal. But they need to win. I mean, this is such a big weekend. It can be all change with City and Spurs. I mean,
it's a massive weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a huge weekend, and Chelsea are laughing.
Just quickly on Paul Scholes, I think it's too much big a deal made out of it, to be honest. People are saying Paul Scholes has scored. Can you believe it? Well, a world-class player that was playing in the Premier League last year, can't I believe he scored at home to Bolton? Yes.
He popped up in the right place at the right time, he did well. But the thing is, it was shrouded in so much mystery before it came back.
It was just out of the blue, wasn't it?
It's become a bigger deal than it is. They need cover in midfield, and it looks like Tom Cleverley might be back soon as well for them, so that'll be a boost. Okay, so we'll go for a prediction. Arsenal at home to Manchester United, Sunday afternoon. I think Arsenal are going to sneak the win. I think Manchester United have lost a few recently. I think they'll lose again. I think Arsenal will step up the Emirates. They've got less pressure on their shoulders than United have, so I think they'll win the game 2-1. I think Arsenal are still rocking for their defeat against Swansea, and I think United have got a bit too much experience and class, so I'll go for United win. I think it'll be a 2-0 Manchester United win.